Hello, Math 186 students. This is your instructor, Mrs. Thomas, and I'm going to give you a quick overview. I am so glad that you decided to join the class. This is our textbook, Math 186, Math for Nurses. I have both the 9th and 10th edition, but I don't want to confuse anyone who may have already purchased the 10th edition. I have already uploaded assignments 1, 2, and 3 because I have many students that I know you guys probably work. I'm just turning the pages. You probably work and kind of wanted to get your work done. So I also have this assignment uploaded in the Word document. Just in case, I have some students that like to, that may stop the video and do the assignment in this manner. So I'm just giving you an overview, but I will definitely upload the actual pages 4 through 9 in the white 10th edition Math for Nurses book. So this is just chapter 1 of pre-assessment test. I just want to make sure you remember different aspects of mathematics as it relates to your field. So the first section, I don't know if you remember Roman numerals. It took me a minute as well. And so, but I just like to go over just a few notes or just a tidbit of information, as I call it. Remember that when you're doing Roman numerals, the capital I stands for 1. And then I just did a few, 2, 3, 4. And of course, V is the 5. And usually it is written in this manner. And X stands for 10. And I want you to research and tell me what L, the number that is associated with L in order to do your Roman numerals. So for example, for number 1, it says, write the following Arabic numbers as Roman numerals. So here, okay, just an example, I want you to tell me how I write it as a Roman numeral. So if I wouldn't dare do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then put a line, you've never seen anything like that in a textbook, as far as in Roman numerals. All right, so here I know this is 5, so I know I need V, okay? And for each one, which makes perfect sense, and it looks much better on paper. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just like to clean it up. So this will be your answer for number 1. So this is just a pre-assessment so that I, of course, going to give you a grade on everything you do, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm definitely going to give you a grade on everything. So the next section is on fractions. Actually, numbers 11 through 38, I'll deal with fraction in some form or fashion. So, for example, number 11. You have 1/2 plus 1 over 8. Now, if you like to do yours horizontally, which means going across, that is fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I like to show you the work so you'll know exactly where the answer came from. So here you're thinking, I hadn't did fractions in a long time, so I don't know where the denominator would come from, or this bottom number. Well, I want you to think of your timetables. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 5 equals 10. Okay, and you can go on down the page. Next, I'm doing my 8 timetable, so I'm always looking at the denominator. I can start right here because just thinking about my 8 timetables, I'm looking for a number that they have in common. Look at this. They both have an 8 in common. So this is your common denominator. Okay. Now I just want you to help me fill in the blank here. Okay. Look at this denominator, this bottom. 8 times what would give you 8? Of course, 1 and put it. So you remember your timetables. 8 times 1 would give me 8. All right, whatever you times, I want you to times it by the top. 1 times 1 equals 1. The same thing for the 2 and the 8. 2 times what will give you 8? That would be 4. Take that same times 4 to the top. 1 times 4 is 4. So here, I'm going to leave my denominator or my bottom number alone. And I want you to add up the top numbers. 4 plus 1 is 5. I think you guys could have got that. I know you could have. Okay. So the same works for adding and subtracting. And the next set, it says choose the fraction that has the largest value. So if you have, for example, 1/3 of 1/6, I want you to put 1/3 in your calculator. 1, hit the division symbol, hit 3, and then hit equals, and tell me what 1/3 is. Okay, so hopefully when you hit that in a calculator, you'll get 33 cents or 0.33. Then I want you to do the same thing for 1/6. Okay, and tell me which one of those values would be higher. All right, on the next set, which is multiplying and dividing. Okay, so for number 19, okay, I like to write it here. I have 1/2 times 3/4. Okay, I want you to help me multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. That's it. That is it. Let me give you another example. All right. 2 and 2/5 times 3 and 5/10. Well, I don't want you to do 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 10 is 50. I don't want you to do that. I want you to change my mixed numbers to improper fractions. So you'll learn more as once you do this pretest. I just want to see what you know, what you remember, but I am going to give you a grade on it, so do your very best. And if not, it's okay to research to make sure. Sometimes you just need to brush up on your skills, and that's fine. So here, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12, so that's 12/5. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 plus 5 is 35/10. Now you can multiply straight across, and then multiply 5 times 10 straight across, and then what you call reduce your fraction. Find a number that'll go into both. Reduce it. Or a lot of you may know how to cross cancel, which means, you want to 5 goes into 35. So I don't want to give you that because this is just a pre-assessment, but I do want you to look at the things that you may struggle with, and then therefore that will be where I will target and help you, because we are going to get on Zoom for those who need help on certain problems, not on your homework, but on as far as in the assignment goes. Okay, now looking at this set, the 35 through 51, here I think y'all can get this. Adding or subtracting decimals can be done with your calculator. Multiplying and dividing can be done also with your calculator. Changing the following decimals to fractions. I just want to see if you remember how to do those. And here, I want you to look in your text and see if you can find out how to do the ratio and proportion problem. Okay, so I have this, my computer's in the way. Okay, I want you to tell me, how would you set this up? Would you set up, what is this called compared to what is the inside called? All right, means, extremes. Now, I just want you to look that up first before I do the actual problem, okay? So I'm trying to see. I think y'all can get this pre-assessment. Of means to multiply, so you can stick this in calculator. 30%, you will have to change it to a decimal, 0.30 times 60. So a lot of these, I just want to see if it is possible, if you remember any of these pre-assessments. So I will let you have it, and I want assignments to be due the Wednesday before class starts. So class starts on this Thursday. The assignment won't be due until next Wednesday. So I have that posted on your Blackboard. Have a wonderful day, students.